One of my friends have a DJI Mavic 3 drone, which unfortunately broke when they were using it as a lamp while they were ice skating. The plastic have melted on the front right arm, as you can see it here. It's pretty bad, to be honest, but now we are going to solve this problem. We're going to start by removing the leather strap. For this job, you're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, T5 Torx screwdriver, a soldering iron, plastic picks, and a ton of patience. Let's start by removing the 6 Torx screws from the bottom plate to remove it. On this screw there is a protecting rubber which we need to remove with a pick in order to remove the screw itself. There will be 1 or 2 more screws like this, don't be afraid, just pick it out. After this, we can remove the plastic cover and then fold open the drone like a book. Be careful because there is a flex cable there which can easily be ripped. It's held in by a metal bracket with 2 small Phillips head screws. Remove them and then undo the cable carefully. After the cable is removed, you can remove the bottom plate. The next step is to desolder the white, grey and black wires of the arm. Before you do that, take a picture of the cables so you know their order. The solder DJI uses melts at 480 degrees Celsius, so make sure you use the correct soldering iron for the job. Because the antenna of the leg is connected to the top of the drone, the top cover needs to be removed next. There are several screws to be removed here, and some of them are difficult to remove. The one here under the arm can be removed in an angle which is far from optimal, but with patience you can remove it without damaging the head of the screw. And of course, you have to repeat it on the other side. There are 2 screws under the gimbal assembly, which are also tricky to remove because the gimbal is a bit in the way. As I said earlier, patience is the key. To be honest, here is where I hit a wall unexpectedly. The screw holes you can see here are too small for a standard T5 bit to go in, so I had to do a bit of a dodgy fabrication. So I have the correct size tool for the job. But with this bit, the remaining 2 screws are easy to remove. My camera just died on me, so I'm not able to show you this, but there was a black cover here, which is held in with 4 screws and some clips. These are also needed to be removed. There's also one gray cover here, which needs to be pried off. When you're done with that, the top cover can be pried off with care. After the last clip, I ran out of storage, but here's what happened. After I removed the top cover, I also removed the tape protecting the antenna connections here and disconnected the white antenna line that goes to the arm we are replacing. I also removed the screws of the cooling fan so I have better access to the white cable, but before that, I removed this black plastic bracket here. It was held in with 4 screws, here, 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 and here. There is also a flex cable here which needs to be disconnected, but take care because these things are very easy to be ripped. Here I have also removed the gimbal assembly, but it turns out that it was not needed, so you don't have to do this if you are doing this job. Next, I have removed the arm's grey plastic cover so I can remove the screw holding it in. And after that, I have removed the spring assembly from the arm with a flathead screwdriver. Next, I have removed the arm itself, but I forgot to disconnect this small black connector with the red and yellow and so on wires, so that step came now. When that cable was disconnected, I was able to remove the arm with all of its cables. When I was done with that, I compared the new part I have received with the old one. They were basically the same, so I was able to start reassemble everything. I almost had a hard time routing back the cables where they needed to be, but after a thought I realized that I can use the old antenna cable as a guideline, and that was the way to go. It was so much easier to reassemble everything like that. Next step is to reconnect the black connector and to resolder the three wires we have desoldered earlier, the black, the gray, and the white one. Also to hide every cable that is sticking out. Also, it's pretty hard to reassemble the spring assembly because you have to tension it to put it back, so it will put the leg in the position that it needs to be, but with a bit of patience I'm pretty sure you will also be able to do this. When we're done with that, we can install the new antenna cable and put every screw back where it belonged with the brackets and so.
The home point is reaching the take off.
Hell yeah.